programs. Welcome to the R2 Comics Review! I'm Karla and I like to poop. No, I like to party.
No, I'm Rod and I like to party.
Okay, ready? We'll do that again. I'm Karla and I like to party.
I'm Rod and I like to party.
But I like to party, guys.
Welcome to our shitcast, where we talk a bunch of shit and we throw shit at you.
I don't know.
Like gorillas. R.I.P. Harambe.
Dicks out for Harambe. Hashtag dicks out for Harambe.
Who showed me the pictures of someone with a jersey, Harambe jersey?
You know there's a Pokemon called Harambe.
No.
I swear.
I refuse to believe
Like
it.
a new one?
Yeah.
Like because of recent events?
It's super real.
It's super rare.
It's super
hologram
rare.
edition.
No
Harambe.
way. I need that holographic
Go look
card.
for it. I dare you to Google it.
It's
Find
Harambe's job to like take the trainers and like drag the trainers across the gym. We're taking this too far, internet. We're taking this too far.
Actually, Farfetch gets served as a dish, right? I don't know if you guys know about Pokemon.
In the Pokemon world?
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Because doesn't he when that carries leaks?
Yeah, alright, so here's the thing. In the Pokedex, if you look at his like little thingy.
This is ruining my childhood.
Oh, well, yeah. If you read the little description, it tells you that he
Is a
they like to,
delicacy?
yeah, he's a delicacy. They like to eat him, and they serve him with the leek.
I mean, I don't know why we didn't assume that in a world with animals, they're not eating the fucking
Does it make
animals.
sense? Alright, but does it make sense that right? True. Does that make sense that
most of the Pokemon trainers?
Good
you ever
question.
see them eat? I think they always
I
just
wonder if
eat
you
like
can eat an
candies.
onyx.
I think all they ever eat.
Oh,
is
they're always
candy.
eating onigiri. Like,
yeah, true.
Is it not weird that the motherfucker walks around with the thing they like compliment him with? Like, why does he carry around a leek? It's like he's asking to get murdered.
Yeah, he's the only one with a food item.
Yeah, he's the only one that's like, oh, I go well with this.
Speaking of that, have you guys seen that movie? What is it with the hot dogs?
Oh, Sausage Party?
Party?
I
No,
haven't.
You haven't seen it yet?
That's not the one I watched for some reason.
I saw. Did we say this already? Don't breathe.
I saw
Did
Don't
we talk
Breathe.
about that?
No, we
we
never
haven't
talked
talked
about
about it.
it.
Has
movie
everyone
was-
seen it? Everyone
I
here
haven't,
seen
but
it?
spoil it for me.
No, we're not spoiling anything.
Without
It's
spoiling.
really good.
It's really
a thriller.
good.
It's not
Yeah.
a horror. Everyone thinks it's a horror.
What is it about though?
Basically these kids break into like their line of work, I guess, quote unquote, is going into people's houses and stealing their shit. But
Two of them are like low income.
yeah,
Like two of them are low income.
are
And the
below
other
the
one,
poverty line.
yeah, and the other one is he's kind of like okay because his dad is like not sheriff. He's something, right?
He's a security guard. That's how they're
exactly.
able to get into these houses.
Right.
So then they get a hot tip. I can't believe I just said that.
Hot tip.
There's like this old veteran who's like blind and lives in this house by himself, but he's sitting on top of a lot of money. So they think that the money's in the house because he's like a recluse. So he's never.
Like I think
like
he
the
literally
money's
doesn't
never
come
been
out
anywhere.
for 5 days.
Yeah.
Right. Like he said something like this man hasn't been out for a week.
Yeah, so they decide to go break into his house, and then shit goes down. And
not
the veteran was like,
That's the thing. Is like
assassinate.
no, but that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You think he's like some sort of like ridiculous, like badass, but he's just like realistic. Like he's
a realistic character.
Yeah, it's not like he's
I
not
think so, yeah, I
over
agree.
heightened senses, you know, where
No,
he's like,
yeah,
like
he's not
karate.
Daredevil.
No,
He's
no,
not
he's
fucking
not
Daredevil.
Yeah.
It was like it's believable. Like he feels around, you know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
shoots where he thinks the sound is.
There
like,
was one scene though with like where he heard him breathe, and I was just like, nah.
Oh, where he exhaled.
Yeah, I
Where
was
he
like,
exhaled?
nah.
Yeah,
No,
was
he
just
was
like-
in another fucking room and he breathed and he heard him.
Because I know like
not
you
like
have
he was
heightened
right
sen-
next to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have heightened senses when you're.
Oh,
like,
yeah, for
blind
sure.
Or whatever, but
For
No,
sure.
but
yeah, that's why it was.
there were so many
believable,
moments-
'cause they didn't push it too far.
Yeah.
But that one
you
scene,
just
I
threw
was
that
like,
scene in there.
yeah, that scene, I was like, oh okay, oh now he's Daredevil level.
No, but there's so many moments in that movie where I was just like, they're dead. Like that person's dead.
Yeah, yeah,
That person's
yeah,
not
yeah,
living
yeah.
anymore. They're dead. Like just.
that guy died.
Yeah, that guy died there.
That guy
That guy
died
died there. That girl died there.
Yeah. I mean, since we're in the
Oh,
watching
shit.
part, should we start with that?
Yeah, fuck it. We don't got rules
Fuck
of
it.
shit class. Shit class.
Fuck it.
Shit
Shit
class. Shit class 101.
Shit class
Shit
101.
This is
Hang
the-
out with us.
We're doing at level 400.
That's how bad. That's how bad. That's
We're
how
in
bad.
our
Our,
We're a
final-
senior
like,
seminar.
but that's how like
We're
bad
super
like
senior.
shit classes from us are, they just fail. Like there's no passing because we can't. Like how do
You
you
can't
teach?
pass. You can only.
Yeah, how do you teach
We're
this
just,
shit?
we
You can
can't
only
teach you to
shit.
succeed. We can only teach you to fail.
Yeah.
We're only gonna charge you guys $99 per month. Okay.
Only.
Once a week.
You never pass.
You never pass.
So I watched Don't Breathe when I was having like a movie day with my brother.
Mhm.
For everyone who doesn't know me, my brothers and I usually go to the movies and we watch like 3 or 4 movies at a time.
Which I pay for.
All of them. I pay for all of them.
Really?
I pay. Yeah. For the purposes of this podcast, yeah, I pay for all
Oh,
of
okay.
them. But
I forgot. Yes, absolutely.
Jesus
It's a victimless
You're so
crime.
high, Elias.
I'm not
It's
high.
a victimless crime.
The first movie was Kubo, which holy shit, guys! If you see one movie this year, make it Kubo. Like, oh my god, I
That
love it.
time?
That great. Like, everyone is talking about how like we don't have original stories anymore, and that
Definitely.
is as fucking original as it gets. And I was sitting there just like, have they like tied almost all loose ends? Like, it's amazing. Not to mention it's all stop motion animation. Like Leica is fucking killing it with that, and this just went above and beyond. For anyone who hasn't seen the trailer, it opens up with this scene of a woman on a boat and she's going through like a crazy storm on the water. Thinking about that water just like gets me wet in the pants. Like, it's so crazy to see, to even try and imagine how they did that in stop motion. They enhance it afterwards digitally.
But the way
But-
they're making it super realistic.
Yes, it's just insane. I went home and watched a bunch of like behind the scenes shit. Like Leica's been around for a while. If you've seen Coraline, Corpse
yeah.
Bride, Paranorman, they did all those. Box Trolls was the recent one
I
that
love
they did.
Box Troll.
Yeah.
William
There
Murphy
is
said.
such great original storylines.
Yes,
in movies,
dude,
too.
so
William said
good.
that he actually like preferred Box Trolls to Big Hero 6.
I actually haven't
Box
seen
Trolls
Box
is excellent.
Trolls. Oh, I have
It's
to watch it
excellent,
then. But Kubo, oh my god, like everything about it was just amazing. Like my younger brother and I were just like holding each other crying at the end because I'm like, this is so
All
fucking
those
real.
storylines are
This
so
is
original,
so fucking
though.
real. It is. It made me realize that animation is so important. Anyone who knows me knows I'm like a geek about animation, but it's so important in storytelling.
Keep it
and I
alive,
think,
yeah.
and the kids there, like Jared and I was out loud laughing, and my brother was like, shut the fuck up, you're so loud. I was the only one. Like, the kids weren't enjoying it, for sure. Like, barely, maybe. The parents weren't enjoying it because they just brought their kids there, and like, that's probably not the kind of movie that they watch, but I feel like these sort of animated films need to be appreciated because there's so much good, like, work that goes into it, and hard work.
Exactly. Even, I'm gonna say, like, if you even do CGI right, it really makes like a great.
Yeah.
Like the Jungle Book was like exactly how you should use
Yeah,
CGI. Like
yeah.
nothing more, nothing less. Like not a fuck
For
fest.
your purposes.
Yeah.
It's almost like, for me, it's, I think, what it reminds me of is like Planet of the Apes or Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Like, it's just enough where it brings a realism to the movie, but it doesn't over-exaggerate.
I
And
wish
they
you
use
could
a
say the
lot
same
of,
for Warcraft.
Yeah, Warcraft was a fuck fest.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
just a
fuck fest.
CGI. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a whole world created.
Yeah, but they could have
Well,
done
no,
so
but
much.
it's just
Like,
like-
Lord of the Rings,
yeah.
Lord of the Rings, and you're like, there's no
True.
excuses.
Yeah,
True,
when
very,
you
very
watch the
true.
armor's like too shiny for some reason, and I'm like, I don't know about all this.
Please go watch Kubo. I'm like upset
I wanna
seeing
watch
that.
it.
I'm upset seeing that it's not making the money that it should be making because it should be getting the support.
I haven't
Like-
even seen the commercial. Like honestly, I never knew
Yeah,
about the movie.
I saw the
there
trailer like
was
months
a-
ago, and I was waiting for it to come out because I was just literally so impressed by that opening scene in the trailer. Have you guys watched anything that has impressed you lately?
I haven't been watching a lot of TV because of stuff, but Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta was so much fun to watch.
Oh my god. Okay,
What's Atlanta? Tell
Alright,
me
so
that.
Atlanta's
Donald Glover's new
Donald
show.
Glover, who's
Oh,
Childish
yeah.
Gambino.
aka Childish Gambino. He's been my hero ever since I found out that he wrote for 30 Rock.
Yeah.
Like, that was his first writing job. And then I loved him throughout Community.
Kenya loves, like, I said, oh my god, he is my favorite character in
Community?
Because I can't,
Yeah.
like, I love anytime he cries.
Yeah.
That's it, like, where I lose it.
Oh, my
I just
favorite
can't
scene
handle
is when
it.
they chloroform the guy, and he's like, his panic was perfect. He was just like,
He has a lot of stand-up. He has a lot of stand-up
does,
on
yeah.
Netflix and
Man,
stuff.
he
stand-up.
kills me. I love when he does
great. He's like multitasking.
where he like drags himself out.
He's a great writer, and it totally shows in this show, like Atlanta.
Absolutely, because the thing is like the
He
comedy.
wrote- yeah, he's
the
a
comedy is
greater
just so
creator.
low key. Like, it's not
Guys, I need a description. I'm just
Okay.
gonna-
Okay, so
basically-
he's sort of like broke. Like he's broke, but the
You
people
find
around him,
out-
because he was like a student, I think, right?
From Princeton. He's
Yeah.
he's a college dropout from Princeton.
Yeah, and everybody around
Goes
him is
back
sort of
to
like
Atlanta.
successful, and then it turns out like his one of like a cousin of his makes a track that like everyone loves. It's one of those like
Paper
YouTube
boy. Paper
video,
boy.
you know,
Go and
songs
get
or
your
what's up,
paper
whatever.
boy.
Yeah, exactly. Picture someone else like
Yin
fucking.
Yang Twins.
Well, maybe I guess yeah, whatever. So.
Yeah, sure.
Get low. Yeah, that.
So
yeah,
they like
LMFAO.
he makes it like everybody's like recognizing him and all this other stuff. So he wants to manage him as a way to kind of like both of them make more money to get out of like their situations.
So that's
And
the story.
Because he has, I think he has a daughter, right?
Yeah, he has. No, is it his daughter? It is
it
his daughter. We're trying to find out what his past is, and like he's
Why
trying
you
to
know
figure
that,
out,
yeah.
and then he's trying to
But
figure
the
out where to
comedy
go
is
from
so
here.
fucking good
It's
too. Like
so,
it's not like over.
it's so him.
Yeah, it's like low key
It's
in
so
there. You know what I mean?
him.
Like you have like his seriousness, but there's like it's the self-deprecation.
It's great. Like it's on FX. Check it out. I think the cinematography is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
the director of the first 2 episodes, because they showed the first 2 episodes.
He's killing it.
He's just
Man,
all he's
the
done
one where
his
he's in
history,
jail.
his whole history so far has just been music videos.
How many episodes is it in?
It's 2 so far. It just premiered
Oh, okay.
like what, Wednesday? Thursday, and they showed 2 episodes.
Because it's not just funny. Like there's like in that moment you also see like how weird it is for someone to like realize like come to realization. The one with the guy who flips out about the dude he thought was a girl,
Yeah.
and then like you laugh, but then like it slowly turns into something
It
else.
gets really
yeah, it gets
real.
really real really fast. You don't know like you
You
just
don't
don't
know
know
if
how
you
to
should be
feel because you're like,
laughing, yeah.
damn, do I laugh or do I not? Because
When
this
he
man
was like,
seriously
he's like, what you
experienced-
looking at? I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here. I'm not saying anything. I think
Check it
like,
out.
yeah, but he's playing himself. He's like, everyone criticizes him for being like a white dude.
Oh,
a
with-
black
Oh yeah.
body.
He always raps about that though.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
always in his songs, like Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah. How
But,
he likes to fuck Asian.
Yeah.
And Karla. Is there speed?
I know. UCLA. Asian girls everywhere. Dude, Donna and I went to his concert, like I think one of his first
All the
concerts
Asians were there.
was in Orlando. No, we were the Asians there. And
Really?
we were up front because we waited for like 4 hours in line. And so
Damn,
we were trying to suck his dick basically. So we were like
I'm glad she's honest about it. 100%.
we were at the front, like literally at the bars, right in front of the stage, and like he started singing Asian Girls Everywhere, and we were just like, we just looked at each other like, fuck. What have you been watching?
Alright.
Menissa?
Real quick. That motherfucking Luke Cage
Mhm.
trailer
Mhm.
had me hyped. Don't be a Debbie Downer.
Well, I'm not down about it.
Vinny
I
was telling me-
don't like getting excited about trailers because then it makes it harder to wait.
For me, I felt like it's dangerously cheesy, but I think they're just making that for the trailer, hopefully.
Yeah, he is kind of cheesy when you think about it.
Oh yeah.
Like he's like pretty much like Wolverine, but like with
Less-
just street fucking
Yeah, yeah.
hands. Like I'm gonna fucking punch the fuck out of you until you die. Like literally.
I'd say more.
Yeah.
I'd say more Superman, but just the invulnerability. Because he's gonna come at you with these hands, but like all he really has is the super strength and
He heals really
invulnerability.
fast.
I don't think it's that he heals. It's just like he's indestructible.
No, he has a tissue, like his cells in his tissue,
Uh-huh.
they recuperate really fast.
Oh, okay, so he's
Yeah.
kind of like Wolverine.
Mm-hmm. In a sense,
I know he takes
it was
over-
tested on too. Yeah.
Oh,
I know
okay.
he takes over the
Yeah, I never
the
knew his,
Avengers for a short period of
Yeah,
time.
the brand new Avengers or whatever long name that Marvel likes to just throw out as a new name every month.
It's always some new
Yeah.
shit.
I watched the trailer and I was like, this is dangerously close to being cheesy. And my brother's like, that's like every Marvel trailer that they've come out
Yeah.
with. But he's like, but they've all proven themselves to be good,
Mhm.
like Daredevil, Jessica
And it's a
Jones.
Netflix original too, so
Right.
there's almost a guarantee that it's not gonna be shitty just because of a Netflix sign. Like they haven't done us wrong.
Well,
so far.
hang on a sec. Hang on. Arrested Development, the season on Netflix is just
Oh,
garbage.
the new
That was
one.
different. Like that was
That's like
gonna remake
years.
something,
That was
yeah.
like a year. That was years,
I don't
literally,
know,
of a hiatus,
man.
and then they came back and they tried. They were doing it for the fans, and that's what it was.
like Fuller House.
I've heard people
Which I'm
say they
just
love
like-
Fuller House.
I don't.
Watch
I
it
used to
myself,
love Full House.
but-
Full House used to be my jam.
Really?
back in the
For me,
day.
it was Family Matters. I was watching UPN.
Oh my god, man!
The trailer for Luke Cage was great. I think. Just
yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. Who cares? It's on Netflix.
The music was great. I was
Yeah.
like, hell yeah, Gangstar, let's do this right now. Speaking of teasers, they had like one teaser for FX Legion, one quick scene, and my brother and I were like, like so excited because Aubrey's in it. Aubrey Plaza's in it.
Oh, is she?
Yes. So, I don't know. I'll watch anything with her in it. So, last shitcast I actually mentioned that Loreline and Valerian, I brought like the comic book, and it was like an inspiration for Star Wars and Fifth Element. Turns out, they're making a movie, and Luc Besson, the director of Fifth Element, is directing the movie.
No way.
Yes.
That's crazy.
But, here's the fucking crux of the whole
Here's
thing.
the butt.
Cara Delevingne is playing Loreline.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Valerian though is Dane DeHaan, which is the Harry Osborn from the Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay. All
Who
right.
I love. He's
Yeah,
like the if
Chronicle?
anyone's from Chronicle. Place Between
Can
the-
we talk
Place
about
Beyond
how
the
amazing
Pines.
Chronicle is?
Yes, dude.
Like Chronicle is one of those movies
Yeah.
that, like, when you the entire time you're watching, you're
Another
just like,
original story.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
You're like, this
Yeah.
is so good.
Like Dane DeHaan
and
is
he's
Valerian.
really
so.
good at freaking slipping and then, you know, like just not like insanity.
Yeah, this isn't the character isn't like that, so I'm kind of interested to see how he takes like a stable character because everything I've seen him in, he's unstable.
Yeah.
Well, Carla needs to take some acting classes. Dude, this is seriously, guys. Like, out of all the people you could have picked, the type of people she brings around her, like her fans and stuff, don't even have the intelligence.
No.
That's
I'm
just
sorry.
me.
Oh
To go
no!
watch
this
movie.
I will because I will say
Honestly,
I like
what's-
her.
okay,
I
that's
like
cool.
her as a person.
Yeah.
I don't like her as an actress.
I haven't seen her much, so I'm just like really indifferent to her being in anything.
I haven't watched Paper Towns, but I mean, okay,
haven't watched it.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide. Look, I've said it a million times. I feel like Suicide Squad, her role
You watched
was
Paper
unnecessary. Like she didn't need to be in that role. They could have picked someone else.
Yeah.
She was unimpactful.
I mean, she didn't have much to work with, I don't think, in that film. So maybe it isn't
I
a
don't
fair
know,
judgment.
the models to like actors.
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz was like one of probably the only ones that like. managed it.
Rosie Huntington Whitley isn't that bad.
Oh yeah, she's not that bad.
She's not that bad. She's actually when she came out in Transformers, I thought she was pretty good. I was like,
Mhm.
wow, she's convincing.
You know,
And I came from Megan Fox,
Yeah.
so like she's
I was like, I don't know about all that.
her standards are pretty low. She just had to be hot. That was like her main thing. Like as long as she was hot, she was gonna be okay.
But she was also great in Mad Max Fury Road. She's kind of proven herself. So, Cara, please, let's see what you can do. The Loreline is like important in the comic book world apparently because she was the not first, but like probably one of the earliest female, like strong female leads, and she wasn't even considered a lead until when they
Really?
re-release it.
Yeah.
They included her name in the title because she like was an impactful.
You're like,
point
why
of
are
the
we
story.
so excited? When you read old Superman comics, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, Superman Dickory.
Yeah.
Like those guys.
I love those.
I love those. If you guys don't know what Superman Dickory is, go on Tumblr and look it up. It's basically like people weren't reading comic books in the 50s anymore or some shit like
So they're
that.
just
So
fucking
they
around.
so they just did whatever the fuck they want for the covers, and they made him into a total
Yeah.
douchebag.
It was
You'd
a
knock
wild,
shit
wild west.
Yeah,
over.
he would. He would be like a dick to Lois and to.
He would
to-
slap her whenever she wasn't barefoot in the kitchen.
Menissa, what else have you watched? You said you watched something else.
Yeah, I did. I've been watching Last Chance You on Netflix.
What is that? I haven't even heard of that.
You haven't seen it? It's
No.
like always showing. I'm not trying to talk to Mr.
Lamau.
A.
He
Lamau.
wants to talk to you.
Okay, you want to make out with me?
I got some
Look at that
stuff.
booty though.
He-
Sideways,
He
like
met
alien
you.
booty.
He met you today, and he gets to make out. How long have I been asking for it? Would be stupid Lamau to get it.
You can. Oh my god! Please kiss him so you can like. Oh, please do
Hands
something
for the
creepy.
purple lipstick.
Why? Why do I have to do something creepy? Why
Because
do
you
I
can
have
be
to
like,
be creepy?
hold on, I can do this. Fuck, I can't.
Why do I
Wow,
have
she
to be
picks
creepy?
things. She's so Filipino, dude. She's literally picking everything up
On
with
my
her.
toes.
I bet she like eats with her freaking feet and shit. Like,
I mean, given the chance.
no, I'm okay because I have the United Nations in my family. Black,
Yeah, that's true.
Filipino,
No, she really does. Like she
Russian,
has
Hispanic.
everyone in her family. They
Makes us
met.
fun.
They met at like the
UN.
summit in
They had
like,
an orgy
like
in
yeah,
UN.
they met like at the summit in like Prague, and then they all just had an orgy and then created
And then-
Menissa's family. So Last Chance You.
Last Chance You, yeah. So this show's actually really cool if you're a fan of like football. It's essentially about people who played in
Is it a
the.
documentary?
It's a documentary show.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
People in higher divisions of football, whenever they fail out of school, because you have to have a criteria or whatever, or they didn't get into an upper level division college, they got into like a subpar division or whatever, then they go to this school to try to get a chance to get noticed, because there's like a lot of scouting there.
Oh, wow.
Because they're super good. The coaching there is like really good. They get noticed a lot, and it's
Okay.
about some kids had gone through like a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
It talks about like their stories and stuff, and how like football obviously is like the only way out for them.
That's cool.
And then
That's
some
heavy.
kids who just like fuck up because they're lazy and shit, and like yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like a soap opera for men. I like it. Speaking of football, I don't know if you read the article in the Miami New Times, but it's saying that our football attendance for student attendance for FIU is so low. And they're giving away free tablets, and it's because they're the NCAA is threatening them to take away their football team.
Oh,
because
shit.
the attendance is too low. If they don't have enough participants or whatever, or people watching, spectators, that they're gonna take them out of their subpar division, which is like already shitty enough. But then they're gonna be like taken out completely. Yeah.
Are they're giving money to FIU to keep this program open?
No, it's them. Like FIU's completely funding it.
Yeah, then who gives a fuck?
Yeah, but I mean, sports do bring a lot of money. I think they see it as an investment, like we need to build it, but it's hard to build a fucking football team in Miami when you have
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And that is not just like a normal school that's like okay at college football.
Well, alright, so in an extra segment, we found a goddamn banana.
Hey!
Hey,
So
wait,
I'm going to demonstrate
Oh my god.
on Elias.
He looks at me dead in the eye and said that shit too.
She's gonna do some weird things.
And she's gonna open it her way, one half, and I'm gonna open it my way, the other half, and we're gonna see
Okay.
which one's easier to wait. I bet no one fucking opens bananas with their fucking toes. And the top.
I'm not opening this goddamn banana with my toes. Now you're just
What?
getting rude as fuck. I didn't learn how to do this as a child. Like, I learned this in college because somebody pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh, I didn't fucking know that. This is what you do. This end is where you're supposed to open a banana, not here where we all probably fucking learned how to open it. You pinch the top, and immediately I pinched it, and immediately it splits. Bam. Super fucking easy. If you were to open here, there's always that chance that like nothing splits apart, right? You get that mushy ass banana at the top because you just squeeze the fuck out of it.
I tried to open it just like that, and the smushing half the banana.
The only downside is the
that's
bottom,
safe.
is that top part. Look, that part that you open.
So basically, yeah, all you have to do is just like puncture it a little bit.
Puncture it a little
And
bit.
then
Here's what you guys can do.
Look at this banana, flawless.
Here's what
And
you
then,
do with the banana.
when you have a banana like this, you have a loving cup, and then you just kind of eat like both ends.
Like Lady in the Tramp in the Philippines.
For the camps. And then you get a loving cup. For anyone who doesn't watch Tyler the Annoying, I'm probably just talking gibberish right now. What are you listening to? What's new
I've been listening
in
to
your
just
ear holes?
Anderson .Paak.
Yeah!
I
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That was me.
That was Karla. That was all Karla. She was like, listen to this one guy. And I was like, okay, sure, why not?
I really don't want this banana. If anyone who hasn't heard of him, he was in the double XL? Where they have like the top 10
Oh, I
artists
think so,
of the
yeah.
year
But
and shit.
a friend of mine told me that apparently he was all over the Compton album.
Yes, he was. Yeah, that's where my brother heard of him. He did like an NPR. I'm an NPR Tiny Desk loser. Like, that's what I listen to. And the description was like, it's hard to pick down what their sound is. Like, it's like a mix of everything. It's great. Check him out. Anderson .Paak, P-A-A-K.
So I've been listening, probably like a little mix of everything. There's actually like a playlist on Spotify. Spotify has pretty good like rap playlists.
Yeah.
And so I was listening to one of their playlists, and actually I don't know if you guys like, like Lil Yachty and all that shit.
Lil Yachty. Lil Bo.
Yachty. Lil Bo.
Molly only wanted to care about mixtapes. Sorry.
So
I just have to do that every time.
So
I go.
basically, I think he was in a interview. I'm pretty sure it was him, and he was saying how, because we were asking him to freestyle on like this beat. I guess everyone has to do it when they come on the show. And he was explaining that rap now is not what rap used to be, which is true, obviously.
No,
He's saying there's a whole different wave now, and basically like, you don't have to like be able to freestyle to be like a good rapper now. Like that's not what it's about. It's about like the feels, I guess, like the type of vibe. Yeah, like you just sing it to like have a good time. Like you're not singing it like on some serious like I need to think about life.
Right.
Like,
It's not
yeah.
Something you said reminded me of this, but there's Lil Dicky's Molly song. I feel like it has such a nice flow to it, and then you get to Brandon Urie, and then like, it gets really poppy. And I'm just like, why was that necessary? Like, I was like, you feel like Brandon Urie is is useful in that song? And I'm like, no, I feel like when his verse comes in.
Oh yeah.
In Molly, like when his verse comes in, I feel like it's unnecessary. You know when he starts to come back, where he's doing like, and that's you. Yeah. And then, like he just keeps going from there. I feel like if they had just used that as the hook, like I feel like they don't do with songs anymore is what Eminem used to do, where drug ballad. You know what I mean? When he gets to like the hook, it was just like he would keep repeating the thing, but it fit, like it went.
It worked as a hook.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was just
because every time I go to try to leave,
you just
someone
don't
keeps
like
pulling down
pop
my
hooks.
sleeve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you just keep going through it as opposed
You
to
don't you don't like a singer coming in.
because it's just it doesn't feel right with the flow.
That's
you know
for
what
like
I mean?
top 100.
I think so. I don't know. I like it all. I'm not really particular. It depends on my mood. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how people listen to music anyway, I think. I would assume. I'm not going to generalize everybody. But there are times where I want to listen to what's just like a stupid album to listen to. I don't even know. A little bit ago I was listening to De La Soul's new album, and that shit is crazy. They worked with a bunch of different musicians and different producers that each song is like sounds not like each other. And it's so good in that way. Like, I think it's so good in that way. Each song has its own personality and like has its own feel, and you can kind of just like pick and choose what you want to listen to at the time.
Actually, it was weird. Like I felt like that album, it wasn't really as like one big piece, even though there was like the same themes and the same Pablo thing. But it was really like every song I felt like was almost completely different. Like,
Yeah.
It could be like in any type of album, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, before I feel like there was obviously a lot of storytelling. Like even now we have like a dumb music, whatever, but we also have, you know, music that or rapping that tells a story, like J. Cole, Kendrick, you know, Childish, freaking everybody, right? Chance. But now I feel like it's more along the lines of like before it was a lot of storytelling, but it was also very negative. Like 90s rap, like, you know, now it's more, I think a lot more positive actually. Like there's still the same themes that are being stressed.
NWA.
I think like LA riots and shit,
yeah, after that. But then you had like Native Tongues come out with like De La Soul and Tribe Called Quest. Yeah.
Biggie was a little bit more positive. You know, I feel like everybody else to an extent, but a lot of it was like super.
Tupac was straight, like he did a lot of poetry too.
Yeah,
Man.
it was a lot of storytelling, like really
The
heavy
flow
storytelling.
But
on
then
that
early
man,
2000s.
good lord, someone help you. There's something to be said about the way that he can make like one verse transition into another one like almost seamlessly. You know what I mean?
The best thing I've seen about writing bars, not you saying this with a mouthful of banana, Killer Mike, you might know him from Run the Jewels. He did this whole series on Adult Swim where he just talks about rap. He had this one segment where he talks about writing bars and the artistry that goes into writing like an 8-beat kind of thing, and how it's not like poetry. And it was really freaking insightful, and he does like this for different aspects of rap. That's sort of the art that I understood from in terms of writing for rap. Yeah, I don't know if like everyone applies that. Obviously it's a different form for everyone else, but it and especially now, like I think it's just the vibe. Like everyone's into the vibes.
And music videos are getting big now too. Like before,
I don't know,
Dude,
that's what I was about to say.
Schoolboy Q's.
That's what I was about to say. Is like I feel like I'm the only
amazing.
person who watches music videos. Honestly,
No, now
I spend a lot of time. I spend a lot of time talking to like
80%.
everyone I know, like whether it be at work or just friends like from like you know our own inner circle. And I'm like, you guys seen the music video for this song or for that song? And everybody's like, we don't really watch music videos. For me, it's because when I'm watching music videos, I like the. You remember like back for me it was middle school. My apartment complex was right where the bus used to pick us up. So in the mornings, I would have VH1 playing, waiting for that one music video. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
And you would stand there waiting. You would stand there waiting for like
until your song came out, and you're like,
and then the bus like would come by, and we would all have to go. We were waiting for the Breaking the Habit video to come out because like they had announced they were gonna release it. So we were just there like, when does this happen?
Yeah, I feel like with like Beyonce and like Schoolboy Q.
J. Cole had the one with for
J.
The
Cole.
kid. I think it's supposed to be based. I was told this by Leah, which by the way Leah like loves him to death. She was telling me that that song is based on like something that actually happened. Like some cops were like coming into the house to arrest someone, and I think like the child, like the daughter, spooked them. Like she came into the doorway, and it was
They
like
shot the kid.
yeah, they shot by mistake.
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
He's pulling like
how do you get trigger finger that hot though? Like he was ready to go. Like,
he's pulling the weed out of his shoe at the beginning of the music video or something like that. It's a comparison of like him and someone else who doesn't I think like have to go through that.
Apex Twins have like really trippy music videos.
I like to watch like the really like the animated ones. There's one I can't remember what it's called, but there's one that has like this animation with the girls from Evangelion. I remember like it started theories and everything online when people were talking about how it's basically this man who's going through like a breakup and he used to see her as like this beautiful thing, and I was like, man, people are really reading into this music video.
Yeah. It's funny to me to think of like how deeply people would like go into theories on different shit.
Yeah.
Like back in like 2000, early 2000 internet, like you had to put in
Like you
work
go to
to
threads,
fucking
the
yeah,
forums,
you
the
had to
forums.
put in-
That was early 2000s?
yeah,
Yeah.
That was
early
still
2000
AOL, right?
-ish. Yeah.
You were waiting on that fucking
Dial-up. Yeah.
We would talk all the time about how All My Life was basically about eating pussy.
That song?
The one by the Foo Fighters.
Someone
Oh,
like
right.
you.
No, we're thinking
Yeah,
about
you're thinking about one. At that point, you know, we went to Jose Diego, which was like it was a really
Catholic
bad school. No, it's just a bad school, and you would always hear like all the fucking ghetto kids talking about like, man, fucking hating pussy, I don't know what, blah blah blah. So like when that song started playing, I remember my
Who's
friends were
eating
like,
pussy at that age?
bro,
how old?
like
Middle school?
yeah, middle school, man. I was in lunch one day. I was sitting across from this one girl, and she's having. I don't know this girl at all, but I remember she's having a conversation with a friend of hers, and then she's like, oh, that she's thinking why she left him, and I don't know why he left her, and I don't know why. And the other guy's like, well, cause you know, like you said you were gonna give him pussy, and then you didn't give him pussy. She's like, I was gonna give him pussy, but then he like broke up with me, so now like I don't know what's going on. Like tell him if he wants, like you know that. I was listening to this like. Is this girl seriously talking about how she's gonna give him pussy if he comes back?
Bitch, you're 12.
What is happening?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
You're
these
still eating happy
are my
meals.
experiences
You
in
can still
middle
eat out of the
school,
kid
guys.
menu.
People got stabbed. You guys don't understand.
people
I
got
went to
stabbed
a
in our middle
dangerous
school,
freaking
too.
middle school.
No, people got stabbed in my middle school. Nobody was talking about eating pussy. Well, I wasn't hanging out with those kids anyway. I was just a loser. That's why.
And at this point, I had started like experimenting with this girl that I knew
God.
that I got along like. We had gotten along very well, and I would spend nights at her place. And for reasons beyond me, like her parents thought I was like non-threatening, but like middle of the night, she'd be
They thought you were
blowing me,
gay,
and I would
right?
like fucking eat her out. And like this was my first time ever
How old
doing
were you?
this. I was still in middle school, I swear to you. And then I was like,
I saw your mouth open at the same time.
and I promise you that when I would go to middle school, they would always fucking talk about how eating pussy was the grossest thing. And I was like, am I wrong because I like it? Middle school student just standing there sweating, you just thinking to myself like, yeah, it's gross. And I'd be like, I don't know.
I might be gay because I like eating.
I don't know about that. I just thought, I was like, is there something wrong with me where I don't think it's gross? Because like, I kind of really liked it. All my friends were always talking about how like, that shit is disgusting. I don't know what. And I was like, yeah.
My heart is breaking. I wish I could just give you back a childhood. at this
Man,
point.
bro, my childhood was great. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you got all the pussy in your face apparently. Do you guys want to mention anything that you've been reading? Have you been reading anything?
Oh, a lot of manga. Mob
You
Psycho
nerd.
100.
Oh yeah, you mentioned the last
Mob
episode.
Psycho 100
Fucking
is
nerd.
pretty crazy. But this last arc, like the way it ended, was very disappointing for me. If I go into an anime expecting like actual, or like a manga, if I expect like an actual, storyline, I'm like okay with it, right? But when I go into it expecting something over the top, I expect something over the top. Wasn't over the top. It was one of those feel good like your friends can help you type of things. You know what I mean? Like your friends always pull you through tough situations, and I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for over the top. I want to see the one guy beat the shit out of the other guy. And I started reading Boku no Hero Academia, and like I'm having so much fun with that one. The humans evolved, and they have this thing called a quirk, which is just a superpower that you can get. There's one kid has like, he's had no quirk like the entirety of his life. Turns out that there's a guy, like there's a superhero out there that is the strongest like thing on earth. He's called the All Might because he's the #1 hero. Heroes ever ranking, and he's the #1. And he takes him under his wing to
Like
sort
One
of,
Punch Man.
yeah, he takes him under his wing to sort of like pass the torch. There's one fight where he literally like he does like a 300 punch combo, and it's the most over the top thing like in the anime at that point. He's just like, and then like he blasts him off into space, and then he goes, man, I'm getting old. That took 300 punches. Back in my prime, it would have taken 3. I was like,
Oh
no,
my God.
next. But it's so much fun to read, and I'm like, beat the shit out of each other, please. Beat
I feel
the
like we
shit out of
always
each
end
other.
that fucking anime.
With a manga, yeah. Anything else that you guys want to mention?
I just really quickly want to touch on the fact that Ironheart is a thing. I don't have a problem with it. I'm okay. I want to see this. I want to see Riri Williams. I want to see her take on. I like the idea that they're passing down. You know what I mean? Like they're like, here you have Amadeus Cho as the Hulk. You have Miles Morales as Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
You have the new Miss Marvel, I forgot her name. And then you have now you have Riri Williams as Ironheart.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be nice to see, to watch, and have them change. Growth.
Pushing boundaries, leaning in.
It's more just because like they're trying to reach out to a new generation. You know what I mean?
Really Hillary Clinton right now, doing whatever they can.
I don't know about. I mean, like I can understand that, but I also feel like it's just with the sudden outburst in comics, the people who are trying to get in, they're trying to give them an easier way to get in. You know what I mean? Like
I get it.
You want to learn about Iron Man?
And I appreciate that. Comic books shouldn't just be for like people who have been with them forever.
Yeah,
It's actually,
exactly.
Like,
Like,
superheroes.
For new people too.
Yeah, exactly. So I like that.
I wish I had that when I was
see a
younger.
reboot every fucking day.
No, let's not do that. Let's come up with original stories. Come up with, if you're gonna do another origin, come up with an original origin. Use a new character. Why not?
Everyone's gonna be black, white, yellow, red
Puerto
head.
Rican and Haitian. So yeah, so we'll see you next week with new first issues.
Maybe I'll hit something.
Maybe I'll drop both of the ones that I pick up. We'll see what happens. If you liked this episode, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at r2comics. Also check out our iTunes podcast page. Subscribe to our channel there. Give us a rating, give us a review, that'd be sweet. And all the links, we'll put them down below so it'll be easier for you guys. Clickbait.
Clickbait.
Does that work? If we just start yelling clickbait, will it work? Alright guys, we'll see you next week. Yeah. And bye.
Bye.